Okay, so I've decided to start my CFM over again for CPU for CPU. I was the Jaguars in the last one. I'm going to be the Jaguars again. They're tied with the Saints for having the worst overall, which makes it more of a challenge for me. And their schemes are a good fit for the type of players that I'm going to like. Since when you're doing CPU versus CPU, you can't change your defense or offensive schemes. I pretty much eliminate any team that plays a 3-4 right off the bat because I want my team playing a 4-3. I'm not as concerned with the offensive schemes, so the Jaguars are a pretty decent fit, so I'll just stick with them.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right.
I'm just going to start with a coach. I don't need to do any of the owner's tasks. I'm not doing any relocating or anything like that. I'm going to start in the preseason, give myself more opportunity to do some transactions, get my team set up for the first regular season, which is probably going to be pretty rough. Insta starter off. And then 2 minutes. Coach firing off. Tried to get it to use a broadcast camera, but it just won't. None of this stuff matters. Go rosters.
As you load into your first game,
okay,
notice
I'm
the
ready
goals.
to go. I'm not going to play through any of the preseason games. I'm just going to use this time
Kick your season off by starting your
do
first
any
game.
transactions and stuff, because I'm going to have a lot of moves to make. This team sucks. Okay, let's see. First thing I'm going to do is set my sliders. I adjust these all the time, but this is what I've settled on for now. Given the hundreds of games that I've played out in CPU for CPU, this is where I've ended up. Oops. If you're trying to do this yourself, you can either use these same sliders, or if you go to operationsports.com, there's entire forums dedicated to coming up with sliders, and they end up with some pretty good ones too. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll go there and use somebody's sliders there as a base, and then I'll just adjust from there based on what I see when I sim out these games. First thing I gotta do is clean house a little bit here. So give me some room to search through all the free agents, make some trades. Last time I started a franchise, I think Allen Robinson was only rated in like the low 80s. Hearns was like mid 70s. Blackman's probably going to be the first guy that ends up traded. Oh, maybe not. Doesn't look like anybody has any interest. I apologize if this takes a while and nobody cares. I just wanted to give everybody a look at how I end up with a lot of the players that I get on my team. Before, I've just kind of done all of this stuff offline and then just jumped into games. I wish there was a quicker way to do this. I'm pretty sure if I cut Odrick, I get a pretty good, it clears a pretty good chunk of cap space, but I'd like to move him to defensive tackle at the end of the year. He's fine at defensive end, especially if I was going to run 3-4, but in a 4-3 defense, he's better at a defensive tackle. At the end of the year, I'll move him there. secondary on this team is awful. Got my schemes written down here. I can figure out where the hell I put it now. So I'm pretty sure my free safety is a playmaker, and then my strong safety is a run support. So sample would be better as strong safety. There it is. Okay, now I want to double check. Now, when you do change the position, sometimes their scheme changes too. Their player type will change. But yeah, you see, he's rated better as a strong safety than as a free safety because he fits into the system better there. The same thing happened with Oliver Waldo when I switched him from right end to left end. Evans will probably end up getting cut. I find a better safety, but looks at least halfway decent backup free safety. I'll sign Tebow to be one of my backups. Imagine people either love that or hate it, but I might not agree with all Tebow's beliefs and everything, but I think he's entertaining as hell, so I'll support Tim Tebow. Any of these quarterbacks I'm going to have to trade for a backup. Now I'll go with Mallet. I'm not going to sign Ray Rice. I'm not going to sign Joseph Rainbow. I do kind of like Monty Ball. There's usually some pretty good running backs available for trade. There's not much out there that's interesting other than Monty Ball. Just sign him as a placeholder for now. Sign the local kid, Florida State. Davis. Pretty decent speed. Young wide receivers down here. Charles. I like to sign spikes because you can usually trade spikes for a high draft pick to someone like the Patriots. I don't really have any intentions of using him. Definitely need some middle linebackers. I'm pretty familiar with a lot of these guys because a lot of these guys I signed when I started my Buccaneers franchise. That's the one where I actually play the games. Quentin Carter makes a pretty good free safety. Sign him, shift him over. Alright, so I got to keep an eye out for a quarterback. I'd like to bring in a backup better than Mallet. I'll check the trade block and see if I can find a running back to fit somewhere in that top 3 rotation. I wouldn't mind having Weldon as my starter and Robinson as backup, but a lot of times the Rams will end up putting Trey Mason on the block, and he's a pretty good backup option. I'm good at wide receiver. Which one of these guys I keep probably depends on who's the better kick returner. Looks Looks like green's gonna have the edge on all those guys. But for now, I don't have to cut anybody. I'll just keep them all, just in case somebody gets hurt. Probably gonna wind up cutting Mercedes Lewis because he's just slow as shit. In fact, I'm gonna do that now. Move Campbell to right tackle. He'll be the starter. Yikes, this offensive line is not very good. Cut Beatles. I'll let the young guys play at left guard. Big fan of Scuda. Let this guy start. I like having fast linebackers. Try to win spikes. Unfortunately, I don't really have anybody I want in the wide receiver department. Try to steal the draft pick from him. Probably take like either 7th or 6th. So it's going to be a 6th. Alright. Yikes, there are not very strong options out there. I'd rather have Mettenberger than Matt now, so looks like Mettenberger's going to be my backup. Hopefully Bortles doesn't get hurt. Now I want to look for running back. There you go, Trey Mason. I think there's going to be anything out there that I like better than that. Perfect. Okay. Huh, I wonder why it plays Linder at left guard. That's really weird. Wow, I don't have a huge problem with it. It's not like it's much of a downgrade from 76 overall to 72 overall rookie. Alright, well this is going to be my team more or less. I like my guy. I might see if they'll take a draft pick for him. Yeah, Hyde's definitely the number one guy I should be targeting. Good, and he's still young. All right. Ignore all this shit. What's the computer making a trade for me? And once I get to week 1, I'll do a quick walkthrough on what you need to do to set up CPU for CPU game, and
Check out
once the game's going to start, I'll pull the mic
XP
and just let it run.
Confidence.
There's no need for me to talk through the games. That's interesting. Third round pick isn't super valuable, but I can get a right end just about anywhere. Bears and Redskins are probably both going to be pretty bad. I would imagine the Bears would be slightly worse. Oh, I gotta sign a right end real quick. Damn it. That's not what I wanted. Actually, I don't even think I can sign one. I think I can just move one from left end back to right end. I think Davis makes a better speed rusher anyway. Let's take a look. Yeah, he does, but I don't want him playing over Fowler. Any chance I could trade him? Shit. Hopefully I'll get a trade offer for him, otherwise I'm just going to have to cut him. Just in case, I'll go outside the right end. God, that guy's pretty impressive. Both of these guys are. I might sign him and move him to left end next season. I imagine he'll make a really good one. Saw middle linebacker there, but I can't wait to get up his left.
Check out Game Prep before this week's game to earn XP and boost player confidence.
Well, I didn't get any trade offers for my defensive end. So I'll just cut him. It's not a big loss because, like I said, I can get defensive ends pretty much anywhere. Especially once you get to the off season, you can sign some mid-level outside linebackers and move them to defensive end, and sometimes you'll hit the jackpot on some. I don't really expect to be a great team right away, so not that hesitant to cut a decent player, especially someone who doesn't really factor into the plans moving forward.
Check out Game Prep before this week's game to earn XP and boost player confidence.
Alright, final cuts. I'll cut Johnson. I only need 3 running backs to start the season. If someone gets hurt, I'll have to make a change. But as of right now, it's fine, and I'll just keep an extra receiver. An extra receiver or an extra corner, I guess. For some reason I thought Aaron Colvin was older than that. I don't really want to cut any of these guys. I guess House is probably the least impressive. Cummings. Reese Evans. Yeah, that should do it. All set. We get into the first week, I'll take a quick look at the free agents list to see if anybody surprising got cut. Sometimes something wacky happens, but usually there's nothing all that surprising. It's still an opportunity to take advantage
Check out
if it
Game Prep
does.
before this week's game to earn XP and boost player confidence.
That's not too bad. Made it through the preseason reasonably healthy. I do like Dominic Davis, but he's a terrible passer. I don't really want he and Tebow on my team. Bishop Sankey, that's kind of tempting. I might cut one of my wide receivers and sign him. I like this Burton guy too. Nope, nobody exciting there got cut. So I'm going to cut Pryor and sign Burton. I'm going to cut Davis. Sign Sankey. Oops. You know what? I might. Yeah, I'm gonna sign Donald Thomas. Since that Van Rotten guy's not gonna start, Van Roten, whatever the hell his name is. And I'll sign Donald Thomas to be my starting left guard. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. Alright, so the first team I play is the Patriots. Or Panthers, sorry. Create a new character.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you start your season with recommended. As you load into your first game, notice the goal.
Now what I have to do is make sure they have 4 tight ends. They probably won't. Nope. One of these positions are going to have too many guys. Looks like it's going to be defensive end. Now, assign him a tight end. Somebody down here in the middle range. Whitaker and Dixon show up as the backup fullback, which means the 4th string tight end is nowhere on the depth chart, so go to retire, create a new character again.
Select the team you want to join.
Back to the Panthers.
Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role. Start your season with
This
recommended
time
settings.
I choose
If you
player,
wish to change roles or
active
adjust
player.
options, use the tiles on the right.
Scroll over to tight end. Choose the 4th string tight end.
As you load into your first game, notice the goals. Progress towards these.
Go back to Gus Bradley, my coach, and repeat the same process.
Check out Game Prep before this week's game to earn XP and
I
boost
already
player
know
confidence.
that I have 4 tight ends, so I don't have to do anything extra. Fourth tight end is Jacobs. He's nowhere to be found on the depth chart, so I'm ready to play my game. Retire Bradley.
Select the team you want to join.
Create a new
Don't
character.
Worry. Start your season with recommended settings.
Player.
If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right.
The tight end and select Jacobs.
As you load into your first game, notice the goal.
Now I've got a second controller
Check out
handy
Game
here.
Prep
I
before this week's
already
game
turned it
to
on
earn
before I
XP
started
and
this.
boost player confidence.
Got it set up to just a guest account, so that when I start the game, you'll see that second controller will just automatically go over to the Patriots, or Panthers, I keep saying Patriots. And the controller I'm holding is on the Jaguars. And then I'd be ready to play the game. I'm going to go ahead and stop this broadcast. And I'll go ahead and start another broadcast. This is my first game of this new franchise. Hopefully somebody watches this. It's kind of boring, I think. But, I'll see you in a bit. I won't have the mic on. Bye.